slightly sarcastic with it, but I was just like, Jesus, war mountains, war mountains.
Oh no, it's ridiculous. Like, if you're playing China in multiplayer, like, if Japan has tanks, like, the first initial bit, if you start to, like, fall apart, they can just surround and destroy everything on the plains.
Yep.
If you can get back behind the rivers into the shittiest terrain, then you're okay.
That's why China historically held out in the mountains for a while. And the fucking commies, man. Woo.
Are we okay to go speed 3 before you attack the Low Countries, Manchester?
I prefer 2 because there's just so much horseshit I'm doing.
Okay. Did you know you get a free TB on all of the Low Countries through your focus?
Oh, well, I don't play this game enough.
Around the Maginot? Yeah, around the Maginot, so you don't have to pay for the justifications.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, around the Maginot we go. I assume you were okay finishing off the southern Chinese, right? The southern Japanese.
Yeah. There's nothing really down here.
I have the most badass tank regiments in the world. Remind me, you were saying when you're replacing, you do go, if you want to replace, you go all medium as opposed to like keeping some lights?
No, I replaced the battalion.
Right, but the new battalion structure, I'm saying. Like when you, in the template, the battalion designer, or whatever, division designer.
Yeah.
Mixing tanks is generally never a good idea.
Okay, that's what I wanted to understand.
If you're going for maximum stats per price, it's actually the best strategy because
really,
yeah, your armor. If you look at the way armor is calculated, it if you have one battalion with really high armor, it takes
make
like
a significant difference. Yeah,
it takes like 70% of that. So
the issue is that piercing is calculated in a similar way. So that if you try and do that, then they just throw a TD into their two divisions.
Okay, so what's wrong with having just one tank, heavy tank battalion? You get a huge boost in armor for very little cost, as long as you have the chromium.
That's the issue.
Say that again?
Speed. Heavy tanks go at 6 kilometers an hour. Mediums go at 10 if you get 43 mediums.
Is that a huge deal, though?
Pretty significant if you're trying to use mediums to surround stuff.
I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, maybe if you are at the stage where it doesn't matter, and you can just break through wherever you want, but I'd rather have the ability to break through wherever I want than the luxury of them being able to run and surround what I've broken through, right?
Yeah, I get that. But the issue is that if you put one heavy in your tank divisions, then they can just put a heavy TD in their tank divisions to counter it in effect. So you just end up hopping around with different templates. No, I mean, it does work. It can in some divisions. I just generally prefer not to do it.
Oh, okay, so now I forced my enemy to pay for the heavy tank destroyers in all of his divisions, so...
But the issue is
Yeah.
heavy tank destroyers are a lot cheaper than heavy tanks.
Alright,
They're the same cost, but how, like, what is it, you need 2/5 of the heavy TDs per battalion?
But weird, actually. Did you notice this? They're actually giving you, the communist Chinese are now giving you land when they occupy stuff.
I know, that's since I've joined the faction, yeah,
Oh,
that's interesting.
Sid, you got some planes.
Yeah.
You got 3 planes, and 4 of them got sunk on their way to you.
Oh, well.
But I sent 7 and 4 got sunk.
The 3 Chinese fighters bravely going where no man has gone before. No Chinese man has gone before. Into the skies, and then getting killed, like, right away. Have my tank divisions been help for you?
Extremely helpful.
Something that can break through. It is funny when you have like an all infantry like war, how much just 3 tank divisions can do.
Mm.
Well, I wonder why they didn't take the port in Ningbo though. The AI things.
I don't know. They've just left that alone. It's got my one remaining ship in it, and I don't know how it was supplied because I had no port leading to it.
It's being supplied by the Allies, of course. Can you transition
so hot.
some of your soldiers up towards where I'm advancing? Like, I don't know where you'll draw them from, but if you have some somewhere.
Where are you advancing? Oh, I see.
Yeah, at the try point in the river. I'm gonna try and encircle the southern group. You have like 5 infantry and what's it called? Wuhang? I don't know, maybe you need all those guys up there to defend some advance for the Chinese up north, but...
Wuhang, I'm not sure what that is.
It's right by where I'm advancing, Wuhan. You just have a ton of guys kind of coming through that area. Suggesting
Yeah,
if you start flooding a few of them into the gap, we can encircle some shit and actually break through in the cis part. Oh, motherfucker. Problem is it's all fucking mountains again. Like I almost want to like encircle this entire subsection of the army. I don't know if we have the infantry for that, but like this would be a magnificent encirclement if we can pull off this huge one.
Oh, you're up to 8 planes delivered now?
Yeah, now we're cooking with gas.
Oh wait, my Lend-Lease is going around via, like, the Suez, etc. So it's actually not that easy for Japan to raid.
It looks like he might start trying to evacuate this section because he sees the pocket coming, in which case you can start moving soldiers up. Not as good as a pocket, but you know, if we get some shit for free, that ain't bad either. Yeah, he's trying to withdraw.
Really? I have to wait until March to declare war? That's annoying.
You're not
Roughly
doing around the
correct.
Maginot?
I'm doing coal liquidization.
Ah, there's your issue. Around the Maginot is only 28 days.
Hmm.
What do I do with air experience, by the way?
Use
Upgrade
it to
aeroplanes.
modify what he said.
Use it to modify airplanes?
Yep.
I don't know how to do that, but okay.
You go to production, then build aircraft, and
Yeah.
then you can create variants and upgrade them all. It's the same with tanks and army experience, and it's the same with ships and navy experience.
That is fascinating. Wow, that's very useful.
I'm going to be fair to the American AI. He was on point with his land doctrines.
What
So
did
what
he
do you think
take?
of land doctrines?
What do you mean?
Did he
He
take
went-
superior firepower?
Oh, of course, but like he's researched it, like properly,
Oh.
like. So I will. He was like 5 down in whatever it is, Jan 39 or whatever it was. Whenever we took over,
Hmm.
I've got 5 more to do, but I should be able to finish them before December 41. German economy is just going to be absolutely disgusting though when he takes France.
Oh, could you guys hear me just now or no?
No.
Nope.
Jeez, I was wondering. So I was like looking at them attacking Hangzhou, and I was like, Sid, make sure you. My thing was slightly unplugged, so you couldn't hear me. But like, I was like, Sid, make sure you reinforce Hangzhou. Don't let them break the pocket. Don't let them break the pocket. And you kept advancing north, and I was like, what the fuck?
Bill speed to Manchester.
I'm sitting waiting for the war goal right now, so you can go up to 3. But then once I declare war, back to 2 would be preferable.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because we just don't want to let them break this pocket. This is like a shit ton of their army.
Hmm.
And it's all without supplies right now, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, okay, so you're supposed to use these, and this one gives you a war thing on Denmark as well.
Yep.
So, well, I don't play this game that often, so...
Yeah. Wouldn't know.
Dude, this is such a juicy pocket. Oh.
You probably want to cancel your justifications though, Manchester, because they're costing you PP.
I don't have anything else to use PP for. I've like got all my guys filled out now, advisors.
You will. Like
What
decisions
else
you
is
need
it
for.
decision?
Yep. You'll probably want to hop your advisors around a bit as well.
Oh yeah, I do
And
want
when
to change
you are-
Shock to... Actually no, he's building refineries faster.
When you're actually kind of like occupying stuff costs political power.
Hmm.
So you won't gain it as fast, if at all. I mean, there's no point keeping justifications up anyway. There's no reason for it.
Good, I think we just won you the war.
Nice.
Assuming they don't retreat out of the ports.
Yeah, that's what we did, is I literally just encircled their entire southern pocket.
Oh, what, in the south, yeah.
Yeah. Literally that whole, everything that's like now getting filled in, that was all filled with, basically I went from like where the three rivers meet in the west part of that front, all the way around to Hanzhou, and so every single thing like along that line was just full of fucking Japanese soldiers. So they're gonna be done shortly. Pretty fucking hype. What is the attrition they're suffering? Bad supply. What are they missing? How do I see what the supply they're missing is?
Go on the supply map mode. And then you can hold your mouse over it.
Requires. That's not what it requires. Guess I'll just build more rail there. That'll do the trick, won't it? Alright, I'll come help you take Shanghai, Sid.
Let's reduce it to a single province first so they get the encirclement penalty.
Only 3 of them there. I have tank divisions. I figure we'll just encircle the other ones. No? tank divisions are for.
It's just going to be difficult to break into Shanghai because of the land fortification and the terrain type.
Alright, it's fine. Make our lives easier. I'll go around. My only concern is they're gonna end up with so many soldiers there. Well, they really don't even have a defensive line right now, huh? They're just like...
Mm.
Yeah, I was... yeah. Pete, 2 seconds. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we
Manchester
can
just
pocket
running
this
through 'em.
entire southern thing if we go like straight west from where my tanks are. You see this?
Hmm.
We might be able to just pocket the whole thing. Are you just trying to snatch all the ports so that they just have literally nowhere to reinforce them? It's not a bad idea.
Mm.
Yeah, they're still connected though in the north at Beijing and shit.
Mm.
Fortunately. Are you trying to close the pocket on the other side? It's not a bad. It's good.
Manchester's just destroying everything.
Homeboy's running rampant.
Oof.
Oh, there we go.
Not a bad little Reich you've created for yourself.
Hold on, I'm forgetting.
Luxembourg joined just
Luxembourg.
in time.
Yeah, at that point, if you're Luxembourg, don't you just kind of go like, yeah, okay. guess I
Hopefully,
don't
Luxembourg generally has enough equipment to outfit a lot more troops than it has manpower for.
I believe that. Oh, baby, did we just close this pocket? Oh. Oh. Careful though, they can break through here. Magic, I'll do Pact of Steel next, and I'll jump in with you, and we can get ready for our boys in Russia. Sound good?
Trying to keep up with all this shit I have to micromanage right now.
I know. No worries. I can now move my entire army off the French border, though. This is a catastrophic pocket. Oh, I love it. That was the end of Japanese rule in China, man. Have you hired a fascist demagogue yet so you can join us?
I don't actually have one, but I am rapidly becoming fascist.
Talking to all these Italian soldiers the whole time. Oh shit.
That's a great event. I love it.
That's very funny. Super interesting.
UK hasn't fired any of their speech decisions yet. It's quite sad. How do I recall my volunteers? 'Cause I don't think you need me anymore.
Not sure.
I think, if I remember rightly, you just disband them.
And I
I wouldn't
did.
do
But that's a pretty risky game, so the best bet is just start a war with somebody and then they automatically come back.
Okay. Well, I'm researching Pact of Steel, so.
Give us a shout when you can go to speed 3 again, Manchester.
You can go up to 3 now. France is conquered. Just have to administer everything now.
I'm actually starting to get some artillery in these units, Sid, so we might be able to do some damage soon.
Great.
Although we just got melted by the Japanese.
I can disband the theater. That did not help.
The theatre is treated more or less as being something cosmetic, right?
Yeah. Yep, and they're volunteers again. Hmm. Greece is all. I'd like just on the coast there. Alright. So you guys are saying superior firepower? Like, what doctrine should I take? Because I have Grand Battle Plan, but I read it was bad. I don't know if that's true.
And
Grand Battle Plan used to be much better, but it's still really good at cracking hard defenses.
What would you recommend, either of you? For Italy?
how are you planning to build your country?
What do you mean?
Well, if you're planning to sit defensively to defend the Atlantic Wall, then Grand Battle Plan's good for the extra entrenchment. If you're planning for like mass infantry for the Soviets, like good infantry, then superior firepower.
But if I
If
like
you
to
plan-
just tank.
If you're doing tanks, then mobile warfare probably, but I'm not sure. It can depend. Like superior firepower isn't that awful with tanks, and neither is GBP. It used to be pure mobile warfare best, but it's no longer that.
Alright, so I'll do mobile warfare. I like to do put all my infantry to just sit and hold shit and use my tanks to break through and encircle. I was enjoying that playstyle quite a bit.
Yeah, probably mobile warfare best then. Oh my god. US economy just came online, guys.
Any expeditionary forces will be sent home. So we reject it, or do we accept it?
It means.
Manchester?
What?
Sorry, what are you saying?
Japan proposes tripartite pact. Are we going in with Japan now?
No, rallying was said.
Okay. I'll do no. I'm gonna
Oh, I
disband
thought that was
these...
you.
Nope.
I thought it said Italy proposed as well. I hit OK. I canceled it anyway.
I had
It's fine.
I had Japan proposes, so. Alright, I'm gonna toy with any expeditionary forces will be sent home. Volunteers are expeditionary forces, basically, right?
They're two different things. Expeditionary forces are troops that you've given to a different player to command, so you would give expeditionary forces to Germany, but you can't give expeditionary forces to people outside your faction.
Yeah.
And you can't send volunteers to people inside your faction.
Alright, so I can't recall them. Alright. Fuck it, it be what it be. Ooh, that's a nice idea.
Are you crossing there, Sid?
Yeah.
Nice.